DJ, you go crazy.
Now, by the age of 17 is when you had got the attention of Swizz Beatz?
Nah, about 17, I was in a barber shop in Philly and I met Swizz Father.
Okay.
And he called me out to New York and he introduced me to his brothers, which was D&Y, the CEOs of Ruff Ryders.
Okay.
So I got my first deal with Ruff Ryders in a 3-man group, Larceny Family.
Right, at 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
And those was like 2 of my homies from Philly that I brought out there with me. And was like, yo, man, f it, let's try to get a deal, act like we a group. Because I was a solo artist when I went out there. But I'm like, yo, we can act like we a group. I know y'all shit, y'all know my shit. I'm going to go in there, go crazy, y'all back me up.
Right.
And they did that, and that's how we got signed as a group.
Okay.
So after the meeting, that's when we came up with the name Larceny. We made the group after we had the meeting.
Word.
And a couple weeks later after that, we got signed, and I was 17.
Okay.
They was a few years older than me, so they was grown already, but I was still a kid. So I had to bring my mom in to sign for me, because you can't sign a record deal if you're not old enough to sign off.
Right.
So you gotta bring your parents, they gotta sign with you. So I remember that whole incident, my lawyer, my mom, they lawyers, the whole team was there.
Right.
And I remember when I signed off, I was 17.
So you say you met...
But that's how I got a relationship with Swizz. You know, he was the biggest producer over at Ruff Ryders, or one of them. You know, they had Grease and PK, a lot of dope niggas, but he was like elevating and super nice. And once I got signed to Ruff Ryders, he started to elevate even more, like getting more beats out and more shit, and was lit. So he wanted to start his own production company, but he needed an artist. And I was signed to Ruff Ryders, battling everybody, like going around the world from city to city, going crazy. So that's how he took a liking to me. So even though I was in a 3-man group signed to Ruff Ryders, he wanted me as a solo artist to start his production company. So that's how we got together. I separated from Ruff Ryders and got with Swizz, and then we started Full Surface Records.
Word. Word.
Originally, some information that people might not know, it was originally supposed to be called Ride or Die Records.
Okay.
But they thought that was so similar to Ruff Ryders. It was going to be too connected and too tied in. So it wasn't called Ride or Die Records, and then he came up with the name Full Surface. Swizz did.
Right.
When he told me the name, I just was so excited that I was going, you know what I mean, be able to put some music out and have people interested in me, and that we was going to be able to get a deal. I ain't give a fuck what he called it. He could have called that shit the carpet on the ground records. I don't give a fuck what you call that shit. Let's just get to it. So when he came with Full Surface, I'm like, yo, let's get it.
Yeah.
And that's how we started that. So 17, Ruff Ryders. A few years later, separated, got with Swizz. He got he started his production company, which was Full Surface Records. And then I went and got a deal with J Records, Clive Davis. That was like my record deal. Like with Swizz and Ruff Ryders, that was just a production deal. But now I needed a record deal. I needed budgets, I needed money. So that's when I got a deal with J Records, Clive Davis and them. Started putting the music together and came out with my first project when I was like 21.
Right.
So I said that to say, like, I got signed when I was 17, but I ain't really come out with no music till I was like 21. So that's like going to college, 4 years, locking in, getting your degree before you start to be able to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And nowadays, artists don't necessarily have to go through that. It's kind of like they just
come out.
Yeah.
Or put stuff out, not necessarily come out with backing, but got the technology to just put stuff out before they go through artist development. So it might be stuff about them that you do like, but it might be a lot of stuff that needed to be developed. And if it was, you probably like them a whole lot more. And they stuff will last forever. Like, you know what I mean? If they went through that artist development, that's what artists used to always have to go through. But now with the technology, the check cutters thought, why go through it? We don't want to invest all this money, give out all these loans and go through developing these artists and hope they win. Right. Now with this technology, you got a song, we put it through the line, see if it work. If it don't, we move to the next nigga and we don't gotta spend no more money. So I guess it's good for the business people and good for the artists if you super creative and is you went through development on your own and you need the world to hear your music, then it's good because the technology give you the opportunity to get the shit out. But if you underdeveloped and you just trying to catch a wave, it might be bad for you. And first impressions is everything. So if you was trash from the beginning, that's how you gonna stay in people's eyes. Or if you was just all right and caught a little wave, but you was like kind of, it's gonna be hard to like get out of that. So it could be beneficial if you're on your job, but kind of like, you know, a disadvantage if you're not.
Right.
But I guess it always been like that in this game. Is just you able to see more artists that's like trying to get to the top now. You know what I mean? Before you was only having the opportunity to see niggas that got the opportunity to let you see them. So if you couldn't get in these magazines like this, and we couldn't pick it up and see you on the cover or read about you, or when we turned on that video show if you wasn't on it, or the radio and we ain't hear you, it's like you ain't really exist to the majority of the audience. But now with this technology, all these websites, all these different ways you could access artists, it's like niggas able to build up their fan base in a lot of different ways.
But talk to us about battle rap. You know, that's a whole different industry. You know, that's a whole different lane. There's some guys that's great at battle rap that probably can't make a hit single. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's some guys that can make a hit single but don't know how to battle rap. Yeah. So can you give us, you know, more insight on the art of battle rap?
Yeah, two different things, man. It's like UFC and boxing. Okay. It's like all fighting. You all trying to like, y'all both probably got the same intent. Like I'm trying to hurt this nigga, or I'm trying to knock this nigga out, and I'm trying to win the fight. It's like based around the same shit, but it's different rules. Just like and one ball in the NBA. Like, you know what I mean? It's all basketball, but it's different rules and different ways you go about it and different things that's accepted in both fields. So it's like, that's how I feel like it is with battle rap and making music. You know what I mean? You gotta be competitive in both. Like, I think even the niggas that's making music is even more competitive than the battle rappers. Okay. They just do it in a different way. They might not do it with lyrics and trying to belittle you with bars. They be competitive in other ways. And that's why some of them niggas be successful. Because sometimes it just be their competitive nature, not just their skill alone. Yeah. But battle rap is based off bars, lyrics, like, you know what I mean? And there's not a lot of help from producers or stylists or like a lot of that other shit that you could use to help you as an artist don't really matter in battle rap. Just about what you could think about in your creativity off the head. And it's super competitive, and that's my favorite part about hip hop. I like people to be competitive. I want to see who the best. I ask Fred Money all the time. He'd be like, yo, I like this artist, I like this artist, I just like the song. But I don't listen to music for that. I want to know who the best at stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do this because I want to be the best. I want to be able to judge at least who's better. Like, if two people do the same thing, I want to know who does it better. I don't want everybody to do the same thing and everybody just the same. Because then there's no reason for me to want to do it or the next generation to want to do it if I can't be the best at it. Like, I like niggas that's at least trying to be. I ain't saying you're going to make it to be because there's billions of motherfuckers in the world. But if you in that direction, then that's what I respect. Right. And I feel like that's what battle rap represents. You got to try to be the best when you battle rapping, or at least better than a nigga that you battling. Yeah. And that's why I'm back in battle rap, because I don't just want dudes to be competitive with the people they battling. I want niggas to be competitive with everybody that do what you do. And that's how you going to get the best out yourself and bring the best out of other niggas from having that energy. You know what I mean?
Man, when I watch a lot of battle rap videos, man, it seems like the intent is to get under your opponent's skin, you know? So a lot of them bars be like real disrespectful. I almost think, you know, they finna fight. You know what I'm saying? But can you just take us back to Philly and tell us, man, one of the craziest rap battles you've been at? Like, you know, tell us the energy. You know what I'm saying? How intense it is.
It depends on the situation. You know, I battled in all different type of places and predicaments. So sometimes it don't be as intense and as crazy, you know what I mean? You could be battling with some niggas that's like nerds, you know what I'm saying? You could be battling with some niggas that never even been to the hood that don't pose no type of threat. Okay. But they still competitive, they think they nice, they could freestyle, they trying to go crazy on you. You know what I mean? So you don't really feel like nothing could really, transpire from this battle, but it's still competitive. Then you could be like a nigga's project, like, you know what I'm saying? And they got 100 niggas and you might be with a couple niggas. They got the advantage. They got more niggas to cheer. They in they hood and niggas is strapped and niggas is saying shit, screaming shit in the background and it's looking crazy out there and you still gotta rap and hold your ground. So it's like now I don't only gotta worry about my bars and being better than this nigga. I gotta worry about us, you know what I'm saying, getting out of here the right way. So it could be a lot of different pressure that come from battling, and I've been in every predicament. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think I created more intensity in battle rap. Like before I came around, it was more ciphery style. Like, niggas was like being competitive, but more like in a cipher. Like, yo, you say something, you rap, then I rap, and everybody judge who they think is like better. That was more like the battling before I came, but then I made it like more direct, like more personal. Like I'm trying to hurt your feelings, like I'm trying to disrespect you, not just show you that I'm better than you. Like I already know I'm better than you. I'm about to just disrespect you, all them niggas with you. I'm gonna talk directly about you in your face. It's gonna look like something might really happen. Like, yo, this nigga, yo, it look serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I created that energy. Okay. Like, the niggas that did the forms of battle rap that came before me is what inspired me to do what I do. But I created that real competitive energy and made it street. And shit that gave me, like, inspiration to want to do that is, like, the first house party. When they was in that movie and Kid and Play, they battled each other. Like, they was homies. And that's why I liked it even more, because they was, like, homies. Like, we going to this party together, like you my team. But when it come to like, can you rap or can I rap, man, you ain't fucking with me, man. Like, and they really got busy at the party and was talking about each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to be me or Race Ahead? Like, they saying lines about each other, like dissing each other and they homies. So I think they like an underrated group too. When niggas be bringing up like a lot of classic hip hop shit, they don't bring them up a lot. Mm-hmm. But them niggas super inspired me. They was like battling in a movie. Like in the movie that was in the movies, they was battling. Like, and that was like the first time niggas ever seen some shit like that. This before Smack, before RBE, before all these battle leagues existed, them niggas was battling at a party in a movie. So that's the energy I like. I like to see niggas like that because we gotta see who the best, regardless if we friends or we in real life, we in a group. But we got to see who the best, and I want to figure that shit out, man. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to figure out who could do shit the best, man. Video games, we got to play to see who gonna win, man. Mm-hmm. We gonna shoot the ball, see who make the most jump shots. Like, everybody could be a shooter. Anybody could pick up a gun and shoot it. Then you got some niggas that could shoot and be more accurate, probably hit more harder targets to hit. But, like, you want to know who the best shooters in the world. It's like tests that they could do to see, man, this nigga could take this gun and hit a nigga a mile and 1.2 miles away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hit him in his head, like a mile away. Like, man, this nigga, like, man, I might could hit a nigga a couple feet away. Like, I'll blow the nigga head off where that post at. But a mile away, I ain't hitting niggas like that. And it could be niggas like that that shoot like that. So technically, the nigga that can hit a nigga a mile away is better than the nigga that can only hit a nigga where that sign at. It's just like edged in stone. He a better shooter. So I want niggas to get rapped like that. Like, yo, everybody can rap. Everybody can say a rap. But you the type of rapper that can only hit a nigga if he at that sign. Right. And I'm the type of rapper that can hit a nigga that's over a mile away.
And he rapping right now. If niggas not picking up what he putting down, he got me over here rapping too. This nigga.
DJ, you go crazy.